What's poppin', you guys? It's your girl Joty Kay, and this is Joty Kay Uncut. I know, we're a little late. I was supposed to release this like a lot of hours ago, but I've been trying to get my life back on track. This girl has been traveling. I've been a little sick, and you know, forgot it was Friday yesterday. But it's okay. We're here, you're here, and let's start the podcast. So today I want to talk about something different. I know we always talk about like my life and everything that's going on, and this is still going to be about my life, but it's going to be more about becoming an influencer and being an influencer. I hate that terminology. It wasn't around when I started quote unquote influencing. I just accidentally got into this life. You know what I mean? I think social media has sold people a dream that's only like half true. Everybody wants to be an influencer nowadays, right? They see like these trips that people keep taking, the free products, the money, the followers, the popularity, but nobody really talks about the ugly side because no one wants to share the ugly side because then people judge you and then you're vulnerable. And being vulnerable on the internet means people see you as an easy target. I've been doing social media for like, oh my God, I guess 10 years now, and I hate aging myself, but the girl has been around a while. I've been here when there was no chat GBT or Claude teaching you things or AI or whatever. I just fucking figured it out. If you go back to my podcast episodes, you can see how long I've been recording it. And then I lose myself, I come back. I get unmotivated, I come back. Or demotivated, whatever. If I could sit down with someone who wanted this as a career, somebody was asking me this, by the way. If you could sit down with someone who wanted this career, what would you tell them? Okay, what I would say is you think that people that have 100,000 followers are rich. They're not. People assume all creators are millionaires. They're not. It takes a lot of effort to make money, and it also takes time. It also takes effort, and it's hard to manage your life. Like, as I mentioned all the time, that I have ADHD. So for me, sometimes I want to do everything and then I do nothing at all. To get to the millionaire status, you really just have to have people that believe in you and when you believe in yourself. Brand deals, for example. So, brand deals like polished, brand deals like a niche, brand deals like, are you relatable? Are you white? I mean, look at who are the biggest influencers? White people, right? White. Are you white? And there are some black people because their community stands behind them 10 toes down. I feel like our people don't stand behind us until we've made it that far. And even then they have a hard time, right? Because it's new. They had to go to school to be doctors, lawyers, and things like that. Why do you just get to get all the fame? And it comes from jealousy, right? It's within. For brand deals, you apply 1,000 times and you may get 2 yeses, if that. And sometimes you start doing smaller brand deals because you're like, hey, look, I have examples of brand deals so you can see my work. So you have to start small and start small to get that big brand deal. And I would say don't be a sellout. Like, do things that actually, represent your brand. And I've done things when I was newer where like I was wearing those tacky shirts that said like, fucking jutty this and jut that and blah, blah, blah. I don't dress like that. But I wanted to support the brand, And sometimes you're just happy getting free shit because you're like, oh, fuck, you want to give me free shit? But, from trial and error, you don't want to take all free shit. And if you do take free stuff, you just tell them like, hey, you know what? I might not post this, but thank you. And that's just kind of how it works. You got to keep applying. I'm not part of any agency, and I think it's because I don't think I fit a niche. I'm the Punjabi American girl, but I could be super Punjabi when I need to be. I could be an American girl when I need to be. I'm funny when I need to be. I'm serious when I need to be. I'm sexy when I need to be. Like, I don't really have a niche, and I think that's what's really, it's worked for me and it's not worked for me in hindsight, like in the American world. Like there's months where my income is like $10,000. And I'm like, why the fuck would I work at a 9 to 5 if I'm making $10,000 just looking pretty, sitting on my ass, making some UGC content? Then there's months where I make $500 and I'm like, holy shit, good thing I saved. You know what I mean? And then there's months where I don't make any dollars. And it's reality. And every other month I have to learn like AI. I have to get faster. I got to get faster at editing. There's some times where I'm like, fuck, I need to be at this event. Now I have to pay for a hotel. I got to pay for my flight. I got to take time for editing. I've had people that wanted to manage me and they didn't do shit. So I was like, why am I going to give you 20%? You find out that people just use you and squeeze every ounce of everything they can get out of you, whether it be views, popularity, anything for free. And then you start having trust issues. Now you're like, I don't want you to pay for my flights. Sorry, let me rewind. I started off paying for my hotels, my travel myself. And then it started becoming a non-negotiable thing. Unless I really wanted to be there and I thought it was going to benefit me, then I would take my own flight. But flights are not cheap. Like round trip for me, usually minimum USD is $500 unless I plan ahead, and I never plan ahead because, again, ADHD. And it adds up. You know what I mean? It really adds up. I've had ex-boyfriends who've tried to manage me and then they mix personal with business. It starts business and then they start getting butthurt. They start getting jealous. They start seeing the money I'm bringing in. So it makes them feel like, why am I not bringing that money in? And you want your significant other to grow with you. You know what I mean? You're like, I want you to be a part of my life, but now you're jealous of me. And now this is getting in the way of my work. And now I don't want to do anything. And it's annoying. And then you have managers who just don't do shit. I've had a manager who just didn't do anything but was racking in my 20% and sometimes lying to me about how much something was and then would take my fucking money. Then you have trust issues that way. Then you have trust issues where you need a little bit of help, right? Being a man is so much easier. Shout out Sungthar. Sungthar gave me his old cell phone to use for streaming because another new avenue. As somebody who's been in here for 10 years, I'm like, I need to learn streaming. He's like, don't buy a phone, I'll give you a phone. I was like, thanks bro, I appreciate you. He gives me his phone. I'm about to connect my email and one of his emails pops up. Sorry, Sang, for violating your privacy, but it was a invoice in the email, like it was on the body. And I saw how much money homie was racking in as a streamer, and that fucked me up. And I was just like, I started comparing myself a little bit. I was just like, I've been doing this for so fucking long. I know the same people he knows. I put myself out there just like he does. But why not? Why am I not wrecking in this? Right? Like, why am I not getting that support? You know, and it just kind of fucked me up for a little bit. But I am getting that support. It's just I'm not believing in myself as much as I can. And I don't have that team. Because every time I've tried to build a team, I get fucked over somehow. I also feel like having a friend circle that supports what you do is very, very important. But I also feel like having a friend circle who does what you do as well is very important. And I don't have that. I don't really fit in with the influencer girls. Like, I'm very different in that sense. I'm funny. I'm an introvert, extrovert. I don't want to take pictures at every tree, every wall. I don't want to make my trip all about just influencing. You know what I mean? Like, I like to have a balance. But with that comes my friends, my balanced friends that don't have anything to do with this. And it's like pulling teeth to get them in a video. Or do I be fake and hang out with the girls that do all of this for my career? And I don't know how to be fake. Like, this shit is called Joty Kay Uncut for a reason. You know what I mean? And that's to just tell you, you know, followers don't pay the bills. There's so much behind it that comes, you know? Like, what looks glamorous from the outside is actually fucking stressful. And I have a degree. You know, some people think I don't. I have a degree. I started off with, I did marketing as well, but I also decided to be a teacher. I switched my major like 2-3 times. I even tried to be a nurse. I went to a private school, wasted money there. Love the schooling part of the medical. I hated actual hospital. Like I made it to the end and I was just like, okay, this is not what I want to do. So now I have that under my belt, that degree under my belt. Okay, let me try marketing. Oh, fuck, too many computers. No, thank you. Teaching, love kids. Started teaching. There's no money in fucking teaching. Then I segued to behavior therapy, working with kids with intellectual disabilities. Very, very rewarding career. Very time consuming if you actually care. And I actually care. So you mean to tell me I just get 2 hours a day with this kid and then he has to fiend for his life after that? Like, you know what I mean? It just felt like I was not helping. Then my dad passed away. Then I started working with kids. That also sent my career back, by the way, when my dad passed away. I was making so much good money during COVID. Then I got into help working with addicts, but I wasn't ready. It was giving me PTSD. Then I came back full force on social media, right? Full force. But then I didn't have that paycheck anymore, that continuous paycheck. And I was like, fuck, now I have to really sit in this room every day and figure it out and plot and go out there and make content. And if you don't make content, you don't make money. That's just how it is. Being viral isn't the same as also being successful. I've been viral so many times. So many times. You guys know this. You've seen me. That's why you're here. That's how you know me. You know, one time for my $10 million view video, I made $100. $100. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? And I've gone viral more than many times can count. Viral videos don't mean equal money, but it does mean more exposure. Views also don't equal loyal supporters. How many people how many people do you know that you don't follow? You know, I mean, you may be popular, but these people aren't following you. And 1 million views can pay less than a small brand deal. You're better off getting those brand deals than the views. The views will bring you the visibility. The brand deals is what's going to make you the money. And I finally I'm at a point in my life where I'm finally getting the brand deals, but I'm just telling you what it took to get here and how I still have to go with this, you know? Vine. So Vine was like where I got popular accidentally. And I was racking in 100 million views back then. Hundreds of millions of views. But you weren't getting paid for no fucking 100 millions of views. Influencer wasn't even a term back then. Vine was no YouTube. It was just a platform for views. But I'm fucking pissed because I used to live in buttfuck nowhere. If I would have lived in LA during those times, your girl would have been up there with King Batch and stuff. Instead, I decided to go back to school like a good Indian girl and get a degree that I don't even use today. But the internet, what I want to say is like the internet never sees the work that you put into on everything. People think you just sit on your ass. Oh, she's just naked all the time. That's how she makes money. No, I'm naked because I work out. And sometimes some of the clothing that I get is bikinis and lingerie. They don't see the filming. They don't see the lighting, the driving, the editing, the negotiating, the emails. I have to pretend I'm a third person. You know my alias name when I'm giving myself away to anybody that's trying to give me a brand deal here. But for my business email, I'm D Singh. Because if you're Joty Kay, then negotiating. Joty, kar de mere vaste. Please, Joty, I'm just a business that's starting up. Come on, Joty. You know, just give me give me a discount. You just do it for free? La, 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 la. Try to guilt trip you and make you feel like a piece of shit because you want money for your time. And that's how desi people are. Gore people are not like that. Gore people compensate you for your time, but our people just think this is not a job. They think you're just fucking around. They don't see you sitting in your mom's house in the office because this office is a little bigger than the office you have in LA. They don't see you locking yourself inside and editing and trying to keep up with the times, seeing what people like, seeing your analytics, seeing people do better than you. There's so much that goes into it. In a 30-second video. That 30-second video probably took a day or two to record. You know what I mean? And like, for example, my phone, the screen is broken. And I'm being a cheap ass. I don't want to go get it fixed because I have insurance on it. Insurance is like We gotta investigate now. And I'm like, what the fuck am I paying insurance for? My screen's broken. They're like, give us 2 days. So now, like, I'm like, fuck. So now I have to get my backup phone to record shit, and I don't like it because I like my permanent phone. Then you need to like know that you need to have your chargers ready. I had to buy a second screen when I went to Canada. You know, there's just like so many things that come into it. You know, if something doesn't work, it's a lot of stress. And I'm not saying regular jobs are not stressful. I'm just trying to say that this is not as glamorous as it looks. There are glamour parts. You know, I've people that I used to look up to are my homies now. You know what I'm trying to say? People whose music videos I used to watch have asked me to be in their music video. And I've denied them because they want to pay me $200. You know what I mean? Like people that I used to look up to, I'm like, you're a piece of shit person. I don't even like you anymore. Like I've been in rooms that people dream of being in, but it doesn't make it glamorous. It also comes with being a woman. Everybody wants to fuck you. There's a price on everything that you do. Oh, you want to make it? Well, there's going to be Joe Schmo that's going to fly you out and give you this opportunity. And then he's going to text you at 4 a.m. saying you want to fuck. That's happened to me. A promoter. He sold me the dream. Joty, I believe in you. Joty, you're such a strong girl. You just need somebody behind you. La, 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 la. I got a 4 a.m. message from him. You want to fuck. That relationship is ruined. Because as much as people think I am how I am, I'm not. I actually have morals. You know what I mean? And I sometimes think about it. I'm like, what if I just fucked my way to the top? I like, it would have been so much easier. So much fucking easier. People call me a whore anyways. Like, I just heard I was talking to one of my boys. I'm not going to give this influencer's name away. Super big in our Punjabi community, same age as me. She just, fuck, how do I give this away without saying what she does? Fuck. Anyways, she got married, whatever. I was talking to a singer and he was telling me how they used to hook up. And I was like, I was like, you guys used to hook up? And they were like in a video together and everything. And he's like, yeah. And she also used to hook up with X and X. And he's like, yeah, we had beef because of her. And then I was talking to my other friend about it. Like, oh, you didn't know? She hooked up with blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, no, I didn't know that. But like, why does everybody call me a whore? I haven't hooked up with anybody. I was just so upset. And I was like, maybe that's why she's getting all those fucking deals and all that money. It's because she's fucking the guy she's doing videos with. And here I am calling everybody fam and homie, and nobody wants to help me out. And it fucking pissed me off because that's exactly what it is. It's literally just that. And I'm not saying everybody does that. I'm saying in this fucking industry, I don't care what anybody says, people be like, oh, why are you showing off your tits? Because that's what they want. When I have a t-shirt on and I'm sitting here, nobody wants to fucking listen to me. It just is what it is. And maybe, like, in hindsight with the girlies, like Huda, people that do makeup and stuff, yeah, that's different, right? But that's not what I do. I'm not going to pretend to be something the girlies like. Like, I want to be a personality, and that's just so fucking hard. So hard. And I'm doing it. I'm making money, but I get really, really discouraged. And I think what I like to say is comparison is dangerous, because me looking at that creator, I was just comparing myself to my chapter 100 to somebody else's career, right? Or whatever. And I was a little jealous. I was like, damn, she's famous and she's the actual whore. And I don't give a fuck if you're a whore. Fuck everybody. I don't care. Get your dick in. Get it, girl. It just makes me upset when I know I'm not like that. My people know I'm not like that, but I'm like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like the devil, and I hate it. And it's not like I'm trying to play victim or anything. I'm just saying how it is. How many times people have asked me, Joty, why do people not like you? I don't know. Because I'm outspoken? Because I come for blood? Maybe if I just stayed quiet, it'd be fine. If I just stayed quiet and trolled around and danced to everyone's music video and just like, everything would be good. But that's not me. Being authentic in our community isn't rewarded. It's just not. So be crazy. But again, what I want to say is your timeline is not the same as somebody else's timeline, right? Her time could have came. Sungthar, for me, his time it came. And he puts in a lot of work too, that kid. A lot of people in the industry, like, they put in the time, they put in the work, and I'm not going to take away for that. But when you just see your hours and all the time you're putting in, you get really, really discouraged. But you have to remember everybody's timeline is different. You know what I mean? But this comes into my frustration, which equals why I'm building multiple streams, because social media is not promised, especially not in today's day and age. I don't want you to think that you're just going to pick up the microphone today and you're going to become fucking rich. It's not going to happen. It'll happen, but not right away. It's going to take a lot of time. And for me, I don't want to wait for the time where everything shuts off. You know what I mean? I'm popular today. There's going to be 500s of me tomorrow. So we got to make multiple income streams. Streaming, I just started streaming after I saw the money coming in. That's something it's something newer for me. Podcasting, deals with podcasting. That's 2 streams there. Behind closed doors, I've been taking real estate classes. In case shit hits the fan, I have a real estate motherfucking license. Brand deals. I'm doing brand deals every day. Go on TikTok, or if you see me on Instagram sometimes. I was doing hospitality work for a little bit for a really, really prestigious restaurant. I was doing their marketing and things like that. I'm not doing it right now and for a tequila company, because it was just taking too much time away from me. But I have that on my resume and my LinkedIn. Investments. I have money in Acorns. I don't know if you guys have Acorns. Acorn is great. You just close your eyes, put the money in there, and invest for you. If you don't have any kids, I would do the maximum you can. Robinhood, have money in Robinhood. I just dump in there. You gotta have multiple streams of income. And I have a degree, so if all shit hits the fan, back to the fucking drawing board. But it's now or never, you know what I mean? You didn't come this far to come this far is the thing. But just because it's now or never doesn't mean you don't have a backup plan. And if I was to give my younger self some advice, I wish I told myself, don't chase followers. They don't fucking matter. Chase love, peace, build a community. I know you have ADHD, but you need to build on the community that's watching you. Stop trying to do 100 different fucking things. Save your money, girl. I know you love going out. I know you love partying and things like that, but put some money to the savings. Fuck the brands. I don't buy brands like that anymore, but I used to when I made my first 100K. Oh my God, did I blow through that bitch. Save your 100K the first year you made it. Fuck the brands. They don't matter. Say no to bad deals. Stop wearing the corny fucking shirts with Punjabi singers on them. That's not you. Don't argue with everybody online. They're not important. You're giving them importance. You're letting them know that they're getting to you, and they don't mean shit. These people don't mean shit. And they're arguing with you because you're somebody. But I think I've just been had a chip on my shoulder my whole life and a target on my head my whole life. I feel like I have to defend myself, but I don't. You don't, little girl. Protect your peace, little Joty. Protect your peace, because peace is so valuable. And you realize that when you get older and so much time has passed you by because you were living in so much chaos. Stop comparing yourself. You made it this far being you, and they're being them. It's okay. You have to work a little bit harder. Odds are against you. You know, you didn't grow up in a rich family. It's okay. You're not a boy. It's okay. People made rumors about you before you could build your reputation. It's okay. You keep working hard and stop listening to the noise. Learn business. Because I learned business a little too late. I wish I learned business when I was younger. Sorry, my nose is stuffy. Instead of blaming your parents for not helping you or not giving you the tools, they did their best. They brought you to this country. They put you in schools, and Other parents guided their kids, and unfortunately, your parents had other issues, and it's their first life too. So get it together, girl. Figure it out. Stop crying about it. Learn sales. I know you hate sales, little Joty. Sales is very important. That's where you're going to make the big fucking bucks. Put your fucking ego down, and if they say no, it's okay. You keep asking. Learn editing. You are good at editing now, but back then, you could have used a little practice. And that's what I would basically tell my younger self. The editing part, not as important, but everything else is what I would tell my younger self. Oh, invest. Invest now, girl. Don't wait till you're in your fucking 30s. And if you're somebody that's also like kind of going through it and you know, even if it's not social media, it's whatever part of your journey you're on, right? Like, stop comparing yourself to others. And don't think you're too old. I know our society likes to tell us you need to die now that you're in your 30s. You're nothing now. 30s is when you fucking come alive. Like, all the shit that I know now, oh my God. If I would have known in my 20s, I'd be unstoppable. I think I looked my best 2 years ago before my ex sucked the life out of me, but it's okay. But I feel like I look my best in my 30s. I'm smarter in my 30s. I just wish I knew the things I did back then. And there's so many people that start over in their 30s. There's so many people who start over in their late 20s. There's so many people. Stop comparing yourself. And I do it all the time. If you see periods where I disappear, it's because I'm doubting myself, comparing myself, or I'm hungover. It's one of those. And just tell yourself this. And this is for social media people that are listening to me. If social media disappeared tomorrow, what skills would you still have? Keep that in mind. And that's something our parents say to us, and they're right. In a world of AI, when it's not cool to be an influencer anymore, what would you still have? I don't regret becoming a creator because it's opened doors I've never imagined, like I told you earlier. But if we're getting into this if you're trying to get into this because you think it's easy money, you're going to be disappointed. If you're getting into this because you genuinely love creating, connecting with people, and you're willing to treat it like a business, then this career can change your life. But you got to be strong, okay? All right. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you have a great weekend, a great week. And I love you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know this wasn't, a one shoe fits all, but just to give you, actually it kind of is, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a creator world, but sometimes people feel like this in corporate world as well. And stop comparing yourself is all I got to say. Okay, love you guys. Follow me. Bye.